I'm Swango. It's fourth.
Emily.
Miss Buddhi.
Connor Williams.
I'm Kathleen.
I'm Natra.
My name is Lian.
Solomon Bars.
Deepak. I'm Erica.
Bahar.
Elizabeth.
I'm from Mongolia. I'm from Thailand.
I'm from Malaysia.
From Sri Lanka.
I'm from the UK.
Malaysia.
I'm from Malaysia.
I'm from Malaysia.
I'm from Mongolia.
Nepal.
I'm from Singapore.
Lebanon.
Indonesia.
A year ago, New Year, February 2020.
About a year ago.
Went back in 2019 December.
2 years ago now.
Probably 1.5 years ago.
The last time when I first flew here on September 2019.
It's 1 year ago.
1.5 years ago.
Already been more than 1.5 years.
February 11th last year.
2 years ago.
A year and a half ago.
I miss them.
I feel that physical meetup is way more memorable compared to like just calling through Zoom.
Kind of feel a bit homesick every now and then. Kind of also made me realize like how easy it was for me to go back.
Sad, a little bit lonely. It's more than just that. It's like uncomfortable seeing them in pictures and videos, because then I realized like how much time has gone by since I last saw them.
I was so used to seeing them at the end of every year, and all of a sudden I haven't seen them for ages. I'm glad that technology exists so I can give them calls every week.
I feel sad. I miss them terribly.
Miss them very much.
I miss them a lot.
Doing PhD is really stressful in itself, and being away from from my wife and my relatives and my family, it's very stressful. And doing PhD, it needs a lot of concentration, a lot of study. And at the same time, if I can't physically be with my parents and with my wife, and my wife is so anxious, I got married, and after 5 days I flew to Australia because I was to start my PhD. So we were only together for 5 days, and I immediately applied the visa, but my wife got the visa after 15 months. And because of COVID, now still she has a visa, but she can't come. It's a bit stressful.
I don't care. I miss my rabbits though.
Really sad.
Kind of miss them, but yeah, it's okay.
My parents and the food.
My closest family, my mom, dad and brother, they're all living in China. So it's not really even like the location that I really miss. It's just I guess the surroundings, being close to your family.
I miss my friends, I miss my family back home.
Food.
The food, my friends, and definitely my family.
Obviously the parents and home, friends.
And I really missed our neighbors around my home, my friends over there. That really used to, refresh me, just going to some other friend's house and around,
My toilet.
Of course my family, but food first. Couple of friends and the malls. We have really good malls.
The streets.
Maybe I would say the weather.
I think the weather.
The weather. And the traffic jams.
Traffic.
I guess whenever I go back home, I always feel like I lose my independence a little bit just because I'm back home, I'm living in my parents' house, my parents' rules. So it was nice to be able to like come here and just experience living on my own.
Oh, my parents.
The political situation is not stable.
Probably my bed. So yeah, student accommodation bed is better than mine.
When I think about it now, like even the bad things that I thought were bad when I was there, now I feel like it's not that bad.
I wanted to go to Japan. In Thailand, we have this like Songkran festival, so it happens during the summer. It's like people just splash water all over each other.
The festivals which I traditionally celebrate with my friends and family.
My brother lives here and he just had a baby, and our family couldn't come here to celebrate it with us. So we were just the three of us had to kind of handle it.
Probably my mum getting a new job would be nice to celebrate on her birthday as well.
I missed out on Chinese New Year this year.
Chinese New Year.
I just got a niece. So I missed that moment where like all my family gathered.
I don't think I have any special occasion last year.
The festival is called the Nadam. It's about the Mongolian traditional sports. It's usually have the three kind of
sports. One is wrestling and one is upside arching. And the third one is the horse racing.
Every year we have a greatest festival, Hindu festival celebrating Dasai and Tihar. In that festival, we worship God and goddess, and during that festival, all the relatives around the country, they comes to our home. It is celebrated for up to 15 days. At the end of the day, we put tikka, all the family members.
No, I mean, because of Corona, like all the events were cancelled. Everyone's still on lockdown back home.
Chinese New Year, it used to be like a big celebration. We would, okay, so for Chinese New Year Eve, we would like have a big dinner, like everyone's just like in my grandma's house. And the next day would have noodles and eggs.
Internet, I just text them every day and then I call my parents like once a week.
I do video call them once in a while just to keep in touch.
Just Facebook and Skype. After COVID, I talk every day for like an hour. Yeah.
On Messenger or through, Skype, Zoom.
We FaceTime every week for my parents, and with my friends, we're all really busy, so it's a bit hard to always keep in contact with them.
Through video call. So for friends, since everyone has been busy with their own schedule, we do try to text each other. Whereas for my family, we have weekly.
Facebook or Instagram.
Doing video call and just at the end of the day just explain everything. And one fact is that there's a time difference, and again we have a problem, When I'm free, there is night, so we have to arrange the time.
Skype them, and I like to believe that my rabbits are smart enough to know what's going on.
Just usually text on WhatsApp or Snapchat.
It's called hoshor. It's like meat pancake, meat fried pancake, papaya salad.
Roti canai. We usually pair it with things like curry and dal, which is
Called kotu. It's kind of, I don't know if you know roti. It's kind of like shredded roti, but fried with meat and vegetables.
My grandma shepherd's pie.
Like banh mi, which is like a noodle dish with meat and anchovies and sauce or soup.
I miss my mom's cook, to be honest. I love my mom's asam pedas. Asam pedas is like mainly for fish, but you can do with chicken as well. So this is mix of sour, sweet, and a little bit spicy.
Oh, that's a lot. I don't really have a favorite food, but what I do really miss is the egg noodle, wonton mee, and also my grandma's curry, chicken and potato.
The one of the traditional foods in Mongolia, it's called bots. It's similar with the dumpling, but the shape is not. This looks around, and inside it's have meat.
It's goat meat. We really eat goat meat, but in Australia it's a bit difficult to find goat, and we don't consume any beef meat. We worship cow. In fact,
Marshmallow treat, right? And it's covered in chocolate. It's called tarbush.
It's kue rangi. It's a cake with like brown sugar and coconut.
I would eat a lot of food and hang out with my friends and go snowboarding, eat. Like I would just go to the street food and then eat everything. Because here everything closes so early. Food is cheap as well, it's like $2. And here it's like $14. Oh, I miss speaking Thai.
Oh, definitely try all the Malaysian food.
I guess just stay at home.
I'd actually consider traveling, since I used to live in the UK, and since everything seemed so normal and kind of boring, I just expected to live there the entire time. Nothing seemed that interesting to go and visit or see.
I'll try to meet up as many people as possible within 24 hours.
I would definitely hug my friends and family, and also go for a food trip if possible.
Stay with my parents at least 2 or 3 days, and after that I can meet up with my friends, especially my close friends in Mongolia. I really miss the Mongolian, the nature.
Really go to my home straight away from the airport and just to stay with my wife.
I would go out with my friends and get some drinks at my favorite bar.
Probably go eat my grandma's food one last time. Yeah.
I would just hang out in the mall with my friends, watch some movies.
To beach. I'll eat. I'll see my friends and hug them. My friends, because I live in a college, so I have a lot of friends there. I like it here more actually, to be honest. Wait, that's very awkward.
Maybe watching movies?
I just talk with my husband.
Friends, really.
I like looking at old photos to just feel nostalgic, and yeah, it kind of brings me back to the times when I was in certain places or with certain people.
I reach out to my mom.
Friends. I live on campus, so I've got a good support network here.
My pillow.
Actually, just like my friends.
So it's been just like very stagnant. Don't go out much. You just go to your room, study, and then when you do go out, it's just to restaurants. It's not like full-blown activities.
It is not that easy because I do miss my parents a lot, but one thing I learned a lot is independence, I would say. And online studies as well is not easy because I'm used to doing my studies like face-to-face and getting to meet my lecturers.
Sri Lanka was one of the most severely affected countries from COVID. So that worry was always there, them being there and I'm not being able to go there. Kind of feel helpless if something happens.
The worst case was when my cousin, she has SF, cystic fibrosis, and her entire family caught COVID. So it was a bit of a... All in all, I'd say I count my blessings, since this is probably one of the safest places you could be during this time.
It was quite a lonely experience at first, but I was thankful to be able to find people living around me who were friendly and really keen to meet new people. So it wasn't too bad of an experience, but for the first few months it was pretty hard.
I actually felt really lonely and bored. I do try to reach out through text, but it doesn't feel the same.
It's much better than in Malaysia because we can still go out to buy groceries and stuff. But because in Malaysia is very it's not very lenient.
COVID situation in here is not that bad. I like being here because it's more safe than any other countries currently.
I feel like you are encased in a case. Even though you have freedom within here, and you have something in the back mind that you cannot fly to your country if some urgent happens at that time. It's a bit kind of creating some stress.
I would say I'm more of an introvert, so I think I do pretty well alone.
Lost my mind for the first 3 months, then had a huge mental breakdown, and then I think I picked up from there. Yeah. My mom and her friends, they got COVID. A couple of my friends got it, but they recovered.
At first it was really hard, but my friend have family here, and they asked do you want to stay with us? So I was quarantined with them for 6 months. I think 2 of my good friends died. Yeah.
My PhD supervisor has been quite supportive. We were able to work from home and they provided us with all the facilities to do that.
Probably don't have good things to say about the university. Not sure if they have good things to say about me either, but with everything that's going on, I think, I understand that in-person classes are not really a possibility, even though we're in probably one of the safest places. I just feel quite confused as to why we have to pay some of the amenity fees and other things.
I think I felt more supported by my residential college, which is affiliated with the university, if that counts, just because I met a lot of new people there. People who were supporting us there were really nice and just really considerate of our situation.
Actually, UNSW provide a lot of support in this hard, very, very tough time. They provide with financial assistance and mental support.
Yes, I do feel that the uni has provided a lot of support because I do go for their food hub where they provide food for international students, and also I heard there's financial aid as well. Also the health bookshops and.
I just took the student support funding.
I haven't seek for any support, but I'm able to cope up what's been going on, and I am doing my work. Research, you are always busy with the research, so yeah.
The type of mental health support that I received here compared to at home is drastically different. I was referred to a psychologist. I have a counselor. I'm registered under ELS, which is really good, and there are a lot of medical issues that I had that I was finally diagnosed for in Australia that I wasn't diagnosed for in Singapore.
Given the grants and stuff, yeah, applied for a couple of them.
It's just nice how they're a bit lenient on uni and stuff.
I think I grew to be more self-sufficient. Like I didn't feel like I constantly need other people to make me happy, and I didn't feel as if I needed the approval of others as much as I used to, and that I could spend more time by myself doing things that I enjoy. It's a really great experience to like be forced to live with yourself.
That affected me emotionally, yeah, because like we don't really like feel the real connection, so that's actually quite bad. Yeah.
Yes, I think I did change. I think I've become more quiet because I haven't been talking to a lot of people during the lockdown.
Learned the Australian culture when I came into Australia. The culture feels like very different, but now I'm a bit adapting into it. The Australians usually like to greet each other, like say hello morning, something like that.
I feel that as I have been changed because I'm a very social person. I need to be gather. I need to be with friends, many people around. But because of these, I feel like I'm loving the loneliness, kind of, because I just want to go home, sit and just watch TV. COVID hasn't made me independent because I was already alone here. But I think your question is right to some extent. It has made people more independent because you can't call people to your house and just chat to them, and you have to explore everything on net.
Start of lockdown. Yeah, a lot of maturity, a lot of growth. I am on the autism spectrum, so like learning how to socialize, because when you're alone in a different country, you've got to learn how to do all these things yourself. Like I still am very like financially illiterate and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah, I feel like I'm more patient because I understand that like sometimes your life gets put on hold, but like there's no need to complain about it, just sit down and wait it out. I mean, I got thrown into here alone and then I'm stuck, so I just have to survive. I mean, I have to like manage my like financials and then also like make an emergency like fund kind of thing, and like sometimes it goes bad and then I just have to like, that's why I applied to work. And then yeah, it helped with it, like working while doing uni. It was stressful.
After quarantine, I feel like I can be like alone and like compose myself in like stressful times.
Yeah, let's just get her name. I think it's let's just get her name.
If you just do it again.
The camera.